Hey guys, hey, it's Audrey. Happy Sunday. Want to jump in quick and just start talking with you guys on some of the biggest misconceptions that is prohibiting you from landing your HR dream job. So, not to delay, but go ahead and get started. It's about three different concepts that I want to talk with you that I've been hearing, and I certainly want to make sure that you guys are aware of it. So the biggest misconceptions that I hear my clients refer and they share with me is that the reason why I haven't been able to land my dream HR job is because I do not have my bachelor's degree or master's degree or certification. So I'm going to break this down. Yes, there are a lot of different job descriptions out there that are, posting these requirements. And yes, if you're more of a leadership type role, etc., you want to be mindful of those job descriptions. But what I want us to really target is really look deep and really see what you have done because a lot of us are not new to the workforce, okay? Can you say yes to that? So, um, and by the way, again, my topic's already there and I always have my Acuity link. So at any given time, you all feel free to jump in and post a comment or question. That's what I'm here for, okay? So what I really want us to dive in and look at, okay, yes, there are criteria for a job. Yes, there are business needs, right? However, there are hiring managers that I coach and that I speak with on a consistent basis. And throughout the years of me being an HR professional, I have never seen anyone meet every requirement on a job description. It's just not happening, guys. So, there are situationals in different cases. For instance, if there is a job need, and yes, you have to have a quote unquote degree. Yes, I do have my master's degree, I have my bachelor's degree. What I really want us to hone in on is our transferable skills, and I really want us to hone in on what you do have. If it's asking for a certain amount of administration, if it's asking for a certain amount of years of management, all of those things most times people have already overcome, right? So let's dive deeper as to what you do have versus what the job description is really telling you. Because again, like I shared in previous videos, that is a wish list. Job description should cater to the business needs, and oftentimes managers are really not honing in on that, and that is where an HR professional such as me come in and really collaborate with the hiring manager to make sure that we're really targeting what they do need, okay? And so, other than that, that has been the biggest misconception. Sometimes people have delayed, even applying for a job or even networking because they feel that they have not accomplished all of the quote unquote criteria to meet that job. So I just really wanted to tap in today and really let you know that that is one of the biggest myths. And why it's wrong? It's wrong because one, you're holding yourself back from applying, and that's really not a good thing. We really want to make sure that, if HR is really your passion and really what you want to do, you really need to know what are um, the market demand for the HR, skills. So in other words, if you're going for a generalist position, HR generalist position, you want to be well-rounded. You want to have communicational skills. You want to have a work portfolio that pretty much describes that, and also, you want to be able to show where you have project management skills. You really want to hone in on projects that you've been successful, the value that you've added. Those are some key points, guys, that's really going to set you apart and allow you to move forward in the job search request as well as when you look at job descriptions. So the other misconception that I just touched on a little bit is applying online. I have interacted with a lot of job seekers, and they say, well, I got to apply online for every single job in order for me to be able to speak or even go through the interview process. And I want to tell you that that is a big no. Yes, as an HR professional, we have what you call equal opportunity employer. And yes, you will at some point need to apply online. But in order for you to get the exposure that you want and that you need, you're going to need to really dive deep into your networking. You really, the targeted employers that you really want to support, you want to make sure that you're engaging. You want to know what they're up to, any on-site events, any senior leadership that's within the organization. You really want to tap into who they are so that you can then dive in and be able to start building that rapport with them. Let them know that, hey, I'm here, I'm interested, set up virtual meets, informational sessions. Those are key things that's really going to get you the job. A lot of times people are hired not because of their academics and because of their quote unquote skills. They're hired because they're liked. Yes, I said it. HR Inside Scoop. They are hired because they're likable, because they took initiative, because they went to a speaking engagement where senior leaderships were there and they made their requests known. They were able to differentiate themselves. You know, there's nothing like being able to engage someone when they're at a happy hour, right? So those are some key things. And then once you have that engagement, whether they have a position posted right now or not, what they're going to do is they're going to remember you. They're going to remember that, hey, I met whomever. I met, Susie at a happy hour engagement, and I didn't have that recruiter role or that HR generalist role or that senior director position, but I really liked her, and so I'm going to see where she is in the job search, or if she's even open, and just have a casual conversation with her and go from there. And that's how you're able to get in to bypass what is deemed the online application process. Yes, guys, it does work. Trust me, been there, done that. I can't tell you the stories of tons of stories in which I've been able to land that job just by networking and exposing myself and really finding out the who's who, where, and being able to bypass the applicant processing system. So yes, at some point you will apply online. Yes, at some point you will go through the whole application. But how many of you, if anyone that's watching, and I see there's several of you, can jump, dial right in and just, put in a comment and tell me if you were to look in LinkedIn right now and look under the job tracker and see how many positions you've applied in any job board. I'm using LinkedIn. Let's say Monster or Indeed. It typically tracks the amount of jobs that you've applied for. And what I'm asking is just take time to take a look at that and see how many jobs you've applied for and gotten zero response. Hmm. So what I'm saying, when you look at that, there has to be another way, right? Not every job application is going to be seen. Not every one of them is going to bypass the applicant tracking systems, what we refer to in HR, which is acronyms of ATS. So not too many people are going to bypass that, especially if your resume isn't in an applicant tracking format. So I'm just sharing with you, applying online all day, if it hasn't worked yet, it's not going to work. So you're going to have to think outside of the box. You're going to have to really try to look at ways to how do you want to differentiate yourself, guys. So no, that's a big misconception that every time, I want a job, I got to go through the applicant online process, and that's how I'm going to land that interview, and that's how I'm going to be seen. Doesn't work that way, okay? And one of the third and the final misconception, guys, is that, and I've kind of touched on this a little bit in this dialogue, but really, when it comes to applying online and all the job descriptions and meeting all the criteria, again, it's a wish list. It should meet the business needs, but I really want to hone in that not all job descriptions are created equally. As you engage with hiring managers and look at the job description, they may not even mention anything within the job description that really you need. So that's another misconception. And I really want you to understand that in order for you to be successful, you have to network. You have to understand what the HR market demands. Right now, and some of this I can share and let you know that there is a movement for senior HR generalists by way of HR business partners. That is a change. There's also a change in recruiters, being able to the algorithms and understanding artificial intelligence. So really honing in on those concepts is really going to help you if you're looking at being a recruiter, if you're looking at really wanting to help an employer brand their culture. And those are things that if you and I decide if you're able to move forward, we work one on one with each other, and that's why I'm here. I can help you, with personal branding and help set you apart when you're in the job seeker. Um, as a job seeker, you're able to work with me. I'm able to help you understand some of the hidden market, some of the things that's in those job descriptions that you really need to hone in on to make sure that you're crafting your resume to make sure that you're able when you're going through the interview process, once you target your search and really be able to engage with the employer of choice and find out some of the good things that they're doing, look at their news and their events and all that other fun stuff. um, those are things that I, your personal brand strategist, can help you with. But in the meantime, again, just a quick recap, guys. If you have any questions, I see I have 3 viewers here. Please dive in, go ahead and post a comment. Let me know who you are and let me know if you have any questions. But again, I really want to jump in quick to really share with you the biggest the biggest misconception. Sorry, guys. Misconceptions in the job search and why people are limiting themselves and why they're not able to land in their HR career job of choice. You really don't have to have all the bells and whistles on the job description. You do not have to apply online. And last but not least, no, you do not have to have your certification and a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. There are a lot of senior leadership that I've actually engaged with that didn't have any. They didn't have any prior HR experience. They came directly in from operations and I had to report into them. And you know what I found? Most times I was coaching them into HR. So I really just want, thanks Trina, I really want when you all look at job descriptions and when you look at what they're asking for, really look at the organization. Don't just say if I throw my resume out there it will come, right? Don't do that. Let's look at this strategically. What employer do you want to work for? Do you want, if you're a working mom, I'm a mom, if you're a working stay-at-home mom and you really want to be able to work from home, etc., target those type of jobs. Target jobs that are online. Target jobs that are that allow work-life balance. Be really strategic in your job search. Don't just settle. I've had people tell me, oh, I want to be a senior, a senior HR, manager, etc. And when I start drilling deep, they haven't done any networking. They don't have a LinkedIn presence. All of these things, guys, is going to set you apart because all about being a differentiator in the job seeking process. Okay, so I really want my hope here is today that the misconceptions, the things that's stopping your flow, the things that's blocking you, that's telling you that you shouldn't apply for a job because you don't have XYZ experience, you don't have this bachelor's degree and this master's degree. Yes, I will say I do have those credentials. But at the end of the day, when I landed my first HR job, I didn't need that. I started as an HR assistant and I really didn't need a master's for that. So I'm sharing with you the tricks of the trade, the things that I've learned. If had someone told me this, guys, those years ago, I would have been like, oh, I would have been OMG. I wish someone had told me, girl, you don't need all that. All you need to do is be you. That's why I named my business Be You. And yes, be you. You can be better. You can always do certification. There are other certifications that I plan to focus on this year, and I'm going to attain them. Whether it be recruiting or HR or whatever. I believe you should be a differentiator. I think you should set yourself apart. But the last thing I want is for people to not go after their goals, their dreams, simply because they feel like the job description has all of this stuff on there and I haven't met it and I don't think I'll ever meet it and all of the and then there are people, I gotta hit on this one real quick because I talked about networking. I've had people tell me that, well, I don't like networking. I'm an introvert and I don't like to talk to people. And no, that's not going to get you to your next level. You are stopping you from getting to the next level. There are different ways you can network. One, again, there's one-on-one There is, virtual meeting. You can ease your way. You can take work life, you can take, look at work life balance and see what, fits best in your work life. If it's, um, starting off slow. I'm a working mom, I have to be able to balance work life. So I have to allow myself to, I can't be in everything that's networking here in the DMV area. But what I can do is what I can do, right? That means if there's someone in a targeted employer, is a targeted employer, and I really want to say, let's say I want to work at Google, or let's say I want to work at a nonprofit, whatever it is, what you want to do is you really want to do your research on the company. Don't think that it's, the perfect company unless you've done your research. And once you've done that, really start honing in on leadership. Once you hone in on leadership, start looking at all the networking events, start looking at their Facebook pages. Yes, use Facebook. Use Facebook, LinkedIn. There's Twitter. There's different things that people are doing. And right now, guys, with everything that's going on, here's the biggest opportunity. Yes, a lot of people working remote. These senior leaders are, at home. They're logged in. Dive deep, guys. Introduce yourself. So those that are saying that they're introverts, I'm just saying, here's your opportunity. Here's your opportunity, guys, to really maximize your job search. And I'm here to help you all the way. That's my job, a personal brand strategist, to help you really target on what you want to do in HR. Again, I've done former videos. I won't bore you with any of that former detail. What I would like you to do is take the time and really dive deep of what you're doing to stop in your flow. What are the misconceptions? What are the things that's in your head that's saying, I don't want to do it because I don't want to network? I mean, part of being an HR professional, if you say that you really want to work in HR, part of it is being a networker. Sometimes you're going to be setting up networking events. So if not talking to people, that's may not be the field of choice. But here I am to convey the things that I've done that's helped set me apart, as a talent acquisition manager as well as an HR professional. So again, I'm going to check real quick. Thank you guys for joining. See if I have any questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to just jump in, send me a comment or question in the, drop down here. And I look forward to speaking with you in my next video. Again, it's a lot of things that's going on, but guess what? We're going to get through it. Utilize every second, every moment, every minute of the day to build your network. Make sure that you're not listening to those little thoughts in your head that's telling you why you can't get to the next level. That's not true. The only thing that's stopping you is you. Okay? So until next time, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for taking time to speak with me, and I look forward to seeing you real soon, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.